Ooh, then we know we both want that right now.
Yeah,
And both of these players pretty evenly matched. This could go either way.
Oh, absolutely. Justice being such a min-min terror.
Oh, yeah.
Notorious doubles champion at the last Smash World Tour last year.
Yep. He pilots this character to perfection. Even, I remember post-nerfs, he was really like, I don't know if this character is still going to work out. He was really scared about a lot of matchups, but he figured them out. He adapted really well. That great mental game, recognizing that his character was still viable, and he has worked wonders with it.
Yes, but right now, you're going up against NaitorSharp, a menace, the ZSS menace, who's been running the ZSS as much as possible in this bracket, I believe, the entire tournament.
Yeah, one thing with ZSS that's always like the matchup check is how on earth do you hit this? You know what I mean? It's like one of the most slippery characters in the entire game. She's really thin, so her hurt box is deceptively hard to hit despite being tall. And she also just has those crazy movement options and like that flip kick, even in neutral, that just gets her out of the way. Justice so far, though, doing a good job keeping it perfectly even, 81 to 81.
And a big thing, too, that can kind of counter the game plan that NaitorSharp might have is Sharp is able to control the airspace so well. That's the thing that ZSS maximizes. I've seen people just struggle to jump. Like, they are just getting swung on constantly. Meanwhile, Justice gets to play so much more of that horizontal gameplay.
But the read with the air dodge in, good stuff to Sharp for taking that first stock.
Yeah, Sharp's reactions are also some of the best I've ever seen, too. So this is going to be no slouch set. But right now, 138%, one strong arm swing, and that's going to be it for that stock.
Justice is fishing a little bit. He's keeping it pretty safe, but still, it's so, nice grab. Getting grabbed by Min Min feels bad just because of how slow that move is. You're like, really?
But also at the same time, it's like, oh, I committed that hard. Like,
yeah.
that's the realization, right?
It's the little check like, okay, I need to change some of the stuff I'm doing.
Excellent nair, though, trying to catch whatever vertical option. Honestly, a good turnaround in terms of the Min-Min ZSS matchup, where I thought it was going to be so much more of them facing each other. Meanwhile, Justice was able to come back onto the platform and take a stock with it, too.
Okay, Justice got some tech chase options. Great reads there, and you can see how quickly that racks up damage on Sharp. ZSS is pretty light, so that's a scary amount of damage.
Yeah, meanwhile, you're seeing Justice use the nair to cover whatever flip kick shenanigans can be going on right now. I've seen Sharp land so many spikes this tournament. I've got to cast 2 sets of him. Literally, one of them ended in a minute 30, and it was 3 spikes.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. This man's kind of crazy. Does not get it there. Great answer from Justice from the ledge, and now he's got the momentum pushing into the center of the stage.
Yeah, it's actually ludicrous how many times Justice is able to find his way back onto this stage right now. He's proving so much of this matchup that I was expecting to be bad for Min Min wrong right now. And with a strong arm swing to call out the flip kick, that's going to be 2 stocks to 1.
This is the Justice difference that we were talking about. It doesn't matter if the matchups on paper are really tricky for Min Min. He knows how to pilot this character. Great read there again, and another early 50 on Sharp on his next stock.
Oh my gosh, but meanwhile, Sharp's trying to turn it around as much as possible. He played so close to him. However...
Oh, the grab a little bit too laggy for that punish.
Oh,
he falls out!
The hitbox, the notorious ZSS hitboxes.
The ZSS hitboxes. Mars rolling over in his bed right now. He felt that.
Oh my gosh, committing so far with the side B. That is going to be an excellent kill.
Great stuff from Sharp there, bringing himself back into this game. Because another thing here is Min Min's tether obviously is pretty potent, but once she gets past a certain range, her recovery is terrible.
It does have some very, very glaring flaws, and hopefully on Justice's end, he'll be able to find a way to break through. But right now, Sharp is making a big turnaround in terms of the control and the pace of this match.
We see that win condition attempt a couple times already from Sharp. He recognizes the importance of this ledge trapping and edge guarding if he can get it going. Justice trying to play this center stage. He is notorious for his ability to keep that center stage against high-level opponents.
Oh my gosh,
Risky
Justice committing so many interactions to what the platform has to say. Meanwhile, Sharp is just making up so much ground right now, barely getting hit, though the dash attack will push him away for just a little bit longer. 2 minutes.
Nice grab.
That's going to be an up throw. It's not going to take it. He's not going to survive another one, though. A lot of doubt on that.
Or is he going to survive that? Justice takes game 1.
Good mix coming in from Justice, opting to use the second arm. It sounds so arbitrary, right? Just like, oh, he just threw the second. What's the big deal? He's been throwing the one power arm the entire time, and once it came to getting the kill to solidify the game, he showed his hand and just said, nah, 2 pair.
Be like,
right there.
that subtle conditioning that I feel like some people don't even notice they're being conditioned on. Yes. You know what I mean? You just like get in a flow of your rhythm to approach on Min Min based on how she's playing. And then if the player like Justice, who is just ridiculously good at mixing up his options with this character, makes a little adaptation right where he needs it to be at the moment that it matters the most, free kills.
Here we have it, going game 2, staying on the same stage, PS2. I don't think stage is going to be too much of a problem. Justice and Sharp were playing around under and trying to use, trying to call out options when they go off the platforms, but as of now, I think both characters are going to be getting enough that they'll both be fine with it.
Yeah. I feel like the big adaptation from Sharp here needs to be that pressure off stage, because the neutral game overall seemed pretty comfortable for him. He got in a lot on Justice. It's just he couldn't close out stocks as effectively as he needed to. So like right here, if he just can't get him out of the corner. He pushes a little bit too hard, and Justice keeps punishing that and swinging out.
Yeah, no, Justice, good on Justice for knowing when he's supposed to be hit and when he can turn around. Like you just saw
just
there,
right
using
there.
the second arm, calling out the air dodge. If it wasn't going to be one, it was going to be the other. Excellent stuff. That's going to be a clean first stock on the board for Justice. Meanwhile, Sharp just trying to regain some footing so he can get back to the center, be able to maybe get something going right now. He's able to call out the air time.
The Zair, I love the idea. Forcing Justice low, unfortunately, cannot convert off of that. Just another situation where Justice is slightly outplaying him at the corner, on the ledge, off the stage, and it's making such a big difference in this matchup.
Also, shout out to triple dash attack.
Yeah, surely he won't do it a third time.
Dare I say, grab back throw. How now? Playing again. The platform gameplay, I'm starting to see more and more of it go on right now.
This nair timing.
Calling out the second arm this time. He said, I'm done. No more games. No more funny business.
Yeah, I'm done with this nonsense.
All right, going off stage, flip kick to go back.
Yeah, there's the 1-2 again. Option. Okay, Sharp starting to figure out these 1-2s from Justice. Let's see if he starts adapting the other way again. Yes, there we go. The single fair's just throwing it out.
I think Sharp is starting to recognize a lot more of the burst range that Min Min has. You know, arms are long, obviously, but with the time for them to come out, he has enough mobility that he can be able to play around it and also call out a lot of these moments where Justice is slacking, let's be honest.
Yeah, he's slacking a little bit here. I feel like the way he was playing the first game and the first stock of this game was working so well for him that he's struggling to adapt away from that game plan when Sharp does figure out what he's doing. But you know what he hasn't figured out is that nair timing from Justice. He has done that over and over and over. Every time Sharp thinks that he can get in, just that nair comes out and hits him like a truck.
Yeah, and I believe that was also a little bit of that DI kind of right there. That was 113% if I'm not mistaken. So that killing right then and there from the platform, damn.
Yeah, really rough
That does
for Sharp.
say a lot to Justice's timings in particular.
Okay, the string started here, but again, not much coming out of it for Sharp. Justice is okay with that middling damage. Yeah, I'll take 20 if it means I can get back to the stage and start poking you again.
Oh my gosh, right now, the little dance on the right corner is going to show Sharp's favor in Sharp's tuning. He's going for the side B to kill, but it doesn't kill again. The hitbox not strong enough. However, that forward air will take it. Finally getting Justice to utilize every option he had in the air is now going to be able to get Sharp's footing back in the game. And I think he's looking for some cheese a little bit.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It's the answer right now, obviously. To change the momentum so much more into your favor, you got to go with some of that goofy stuff.
Yeah, it's the nice mozzarella coming out. Okay, Justice again doing a great job of holding the center stage. He's right in the center of that Pokeball. I feel like it's kind of nice for Min Min on PS2. Just knows exactly where to stand. There's a marker on the screen that tells you where to go.
Oh yeah, and good on Sharp for finding a way to literally just dance around every arm to get back to that center. However, Justice finds stay at that Pokeball yet again.
It's so deceptively hard to get past those arms because you think, oh, I'll just jump over it. Justice doesn't let you just jump over it. He's got a second arm waiting for you, and he always catches that jump.
Well, that back air second hit didn't make final contact. It's going to be forcing these players back into neutral. Sharp seeing himself in the disadvantage yet again. But he makes his way back. They're just, oh my gosh, they're playing so patient between each other. 126%, strong arm,
barely
oh my gosh,
living
so far.
Much better DI from Sharp this time around, but I don't think he can DI that.
That is 2-0 for Justice.
And you see the little fist bump going on there. He's excited. He realizes the situation he's in and the potential for going into top 16, top 8 winner's side right now.
You know Justice is in his bag when he's not like violently popping off.
Yeah.
That's how you know he is not nerves. He is playing comfortable. He's playing in control personally.
He is serious right now about this.
If it's not going to be the mental, or if it's not going to be the literal in-game control, it's going to be his mental control. And I think that will pay off so much more.
Okay, we got a character switch.
This is, I believe, one of the first character switches we've seen on stream. And
other than the banjo, of course.
No, I mean for Sharp.
Oh, for Sharp.
Sharp was running the ZSS as far as he could, but now it's going to be very much a change of pace. The same speeds, but a different tuning. It's going to be Joker versus Min Min. Fighters passing, fighter pass one, just be swinging on each other.
Yeah, it's also like a very similar like visual archetype of character. Another tall, skinny guy that's hard to hit. I think Joker's a little harder to hit than ZSS, though, personally.
Right now, I'm actually really curious to see how many drag downs NaitorSharp is actually going to look for in this matchup. I don't know how much positionally Justice will have the opportunity to be given to Sharp.
I like those jabs from Sharp against Justice at the ledge. It does such a good job of covering neutral get up and jump, and you don't have to time it nearly as well as you do something like, say, an F tilt or an F smash at the ledge, even if those are harder punishes. Justice looking a little bit lost in the neutral right now. He doesn't seem to know how to deal with this chip damage from Naito's guns. The drag down not working.
Being able to slide off of the ledge.
That was really unfortunate for Sharp. Justice played around it really well, though. He didn't panic when he fell off the stage and mash air dodge and die. So many people do that.
Oh my gosh, and you're seeing Sharp starting to catch on to a lot of Justice's roll options. And right now, we're going to see if he's going to maximize this off-ledge interaction.
Arsene is so scary right now. Can Justice get past this? He does get to play at that distance. So much meter gone just like that. The Dragon Breath. But back air takes it anyway. Sharp getting everything he needed out of this Arsene. Everything after this point is bonus.
Yeah, if he wanted to keep that stock, he was going to have to land that 2-frame. But uncharacteristically, Justice doesn't land it. And it costing him so much of that ledge right now. He's back on the back foot yet again.
Justice has to be so careful against Sharp's down B right now, because if he gets a little more Arsene meter, he could very easily end up with 2 Arsenes in a single stock, which is really bad if you're going against Joker.
Right now, Sharp finding his footing again, being swung on as a fadeaway option from Justice. The pace of this game.
Oh, the spacing from Sharp on that jab there. Did you see that?
Ooh.
Going deep. This is what we were talking about before with the ZSS. Doesn't get it, though. However, Justice repeatedly being a little unsafe with these grabs and getting punished.
Yeah, down smash. Justice is getting hasty.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it more and more, and he's starting to throw way more committal options. So much more than what the ZSS matchup with you just 2 games prior. But right now,
I feel like it's a fear of Sharp's down B. Like, obviously, the guns are forcing some annoying stuff at range that's making Justice act quicker, but the extra Arsene potential is so scary for Justice, and I think he's trying not to play as much spacing to reduce the risk of that happening.
Absolutely. And now starting to tie things up just a little bit. That's 83 to 101%. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the drag down the back air. That was such a weird scenario.
You gotta love multi-hits, knowing that every single hit of your multi-hit can lead to a different kill option. And right there, you're seeing Sharp playing in the comfort of every single opportunity his Joker's allowing him.
Yeah, that was just pure reaction time from Sharp. Great stuff to him. Unfortunately, Justice not able to get out of that scenario, and now this is starting to run away from him.
Yeah, no, what looked like such even gameplay is starting to look so much more in definitive Sharp's favor. There we go. That's going to be an up throw, up air, 80%. Never count Min Min out, though. There's always going to be some form of comeback that can be made off this character.
The footstool! Oh, no!
My goodness.
I heard a footstool noise, and then they both died. What a weird interaction.
He said mutually assured destruction.
It
Get
worked.
out of here.
It worked.
And right now, Sharp is now on the board. If the ZSS wasn't going to do it, the Joker will.
Side note, I don't know what's going on off stream right now, but there's a bunch of people just saying Steve over and over in the corner.
Who knows? I'll make a guess. I'll make a gamble.
Yeah, go ahead. There's a really vague assumptions that can be made here.
But here we have the Battlefield counter pick. Finally starting to see some different scenery. chewing it up a little bit. We're going to see how Justice is going to like having that third platform. I feel like if someone's going to get more out of it, it's going to be Joker.
Yeah, agree.
But now that also begs the question, is what the bans look like.
For sure. It's really tricky with certain characters against certain other characters. You can end up in situations where it feels like all of your counter picks are disadvantageous, especially because Justice is dealing with MDSR right now.
Oh, yes. That is true.
So he's got basically 3 stages offline, so he just has to pick something that feels neutral at this point. And against a top tier like Joker, that can be really hard because he's good everywhere.
Absolutely. But here we have the War of Attrition is starting to come out. They're playing a lot less on those gambles. The shakiness from Game 3 is kind of gone right now. They're going to be playing so much.
But it's really going to depend on how Justice can deal with this Arsene. Those back airs were destructive in the third game. Man, I'm forgetting how long this set's been going on already. Also, the side Bs from Sharp in this Arsene form doing so much damage and forcing Justice into awkward scenarios.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and you're kind of seeing it right now. Maximizing. Oh my, he took that Arsene to the bank, but right now.
Yo, even production's popping off right now about Justice being up in this set. Dude
yeah,
just
no,
walked by me. He's like, yo, what?
PNW's like, hey, yo, wait, hold on.
Hey, yo, what now?
But right now, he's just going to find, he has to start finding these stocks a little bit. They're going up so high percent. Arsene, about 75% away there.
This is a huge game for Justice's momentum as well. Because if he goes down to Game 5 after working this hard, and that down gun absolutely destructive in any matchup, but
immediately
especially
turning around off the Halo plat.
That's what I love to see.
He said, catch this arm. You do not get to rest a single time.
Yeah, these hands have fire in them.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Justice is cooking right now. Great stuff. Okay,
However,
good early
this is
conversion.
Joker's chance.
That up tilt from Sharp, it doesn't feel like it should combo, you know what I mean? Because there's so much end lag on the move, and you forget just how much hit stun there is on it as well. So you feel like, surely he's not going to up air me, and then you get here, you're like, well, the Joker moment. Oh, drag down, not going to work.
Oh my gosh, dude, Sharp is playing in so much of Justice's face. From what played was like such a dance, like in the first stock, the second stock, he's all over him, dude. That's amazing.
Oh, the dash dancing from Justice coming out. He's trying to pressure Sharp shield, but he does not care. Recognizing how slow Justice's grab is, he gets to play that game a little bit better.
Right now, finding his way back, the gun was posing so much more of a threat when it was right there. However, he's going to make it back onto the stage. He's trying to call out something, but Sharp is staying as the diligence of that shield is paying off so much right now in this matchup.
The down air again. Great stuff from Justice getting past those down guns, but it doesn't matter.
Like I'm saying, the roll options.
The roll options.
When it gets hot, he just starts rolling, and Sharp says, nah, hold on.
Those down guns again.
There we go. Catching a strong arm, knowing the timing. He's starting to recognize more of Sharp's ledge options right now, too.
I really like all these adaptations coming out from Sharp. The biggest, most obvious thing being those down guns and just recognizing how effective they are in the matchup. But in general, his neutral play, just like that, finding those openings, recognizing Justice's timings is looking so much more comfortable now.
There we go. Finally catching a dash attack read. Now he's going to...
Ooh,
he does
Justice! He did the
cancel back air.
That is the Justice right there. No one is ready for the Zair cancel.
There is a tried and true statement in this region. If you're starting to see that come out,
yeah, you know he is.
He is playing the most forward foot. He's playing with the most confidence to try and make this comeback. The clutch is in his veins. However, Sharp wants to see that Game 5 so bad, as desperately as possible.
Now, all that's missing is that up B on stage to tether
Oh my
kill.
gosh, he's calling out so many of these horizontal options.
Arsene online, though. Only 66% to 94. Justice is still on the back foot here.
Oh, no, he's got
tether.
Okay, yeah, he got his invincibility back. For a second, I thought he wouldn't. Right now, he's playing under this platform. He's starting to throw the arms out a little bit, time it out, get as much Arsene as possible.
That was a risky grab attempt from Justice, and now he's kind of in a bad spot.
Oh,
Arsene almost offline.
He forced that top platform so well. I'm starting to see why he did the counter pick. He needs air dodge areas. He needs places to get away from him.
Yeah, that was a great execution there from Justice, using those top platforms like you were mentioning, and he takes it with the get